And it's something I would love to say, I told you so, man. You fake Caitlin Clark and WNBA fans, we tried to fucking tell you. So Caitlin Clark got announced as one of Time's Persons of the Year. In particular, Caitlin Clark was announced as Athlete of the Year by Time Magazine. And in her interview with Time, she talked about just overall how her season has gone with the WNBA, and it kind of reflects on her impact she's had so far in the game. And it's honestly the first time we've seen Caitlin be this candid about all the storm that's gone around her. And so she, in particular, shouts out Black women in the WNBA and how she feels like we need to do a better job protecting them, and how she will do a better job of just kind of staying out of that mess and realizing the power that she has and her voice has when it comes to all things WNBA and how that might look on Black female athletes. And of course, the MAGA fans that we knew they weren't fans of Caitlin Clark. We knew they weren't fans of Caitlin Clark. They were just being fucking racist, and they were just so happy that a white girl was kicking ass and supposedly a black sport. And so, Gage, I just want to, man, we called this shit months ago. We called this shit,
bro. Caitlin Clark just trying to give the Black women who paved the way for her in that sport. Also showing love to the LGBT community, and all the MAGA people could see is red. That's all they saw, and she was just giving them props. She didn't,
pit anybody against it.
Yeah, she didn't pit anybody against each other. She gave herself the credit that she deserved for working hard to getting to the point that she's at in her career, while also, giving credit to those who got her to that point. This can be a two-way street, and I think Caitlin handled it beautifully. And it's upsetting to see that there's so many people against her now, because she is really talented. She's a very good basketball player. All of that hype that she got, she even acknowledges it. She is a benefactor of white privilege. At least she acknowledges it. Exactly. And the fact that she is just continuing to stand her ground, be herself, live by the way that she thinks about this, the way that she saw the WNBA. She was a fan of the game growing up. It was never about race for her. She loved Maya Moore. That was her favorite player. So me personally, I don't get why people are so upset about this.
I mean, you get why.
I get why, but
because now they're mad that Caitlin realized what they were doing.
Get over yourselves, though.
Hella right-wing conservative people were using Caitlin Clark and Caitlin Clark's image as like I said, to push their own proponents of white supremacy. That's what they were doing. And now that she called them out on that bullshit, they're butthurt about it, saying that she's too woke. It's like, no, bro. Y'all motherfuckers is soft as Charmin. Soft as baby shit. Because we all knew this what y'all was doing. And I just love the fact that she, at the very least, she acknowledged it. She acknowledged it. And seeing that crowd of people is now turning on her, and her being like, oh, okay, so this is what it was the whole time. Duh. Yeah. Caitlin, we've been trying to tell you this is what it was. And she did a really good job of, at least throughout the year, not speaking too much about, not that, but not feeding into it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I love that she picked this moment to sit down and really, really collect her thoughts and share them, being like, all right, like, we got to start protecting these women. I acknowledge my white privilege. I acknowledge the role I played, and I'm going to do a better job of not feeding into that shit and not letting shit slide on my behalf. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that was honestly the main critique for some people, was like, yes, Caitlin, you're not saying anything disparaging to these women. You're not pitting these women against each other. But it's the people that followed you, the people that rep for you that are. So maybe you need to say something to like put them in check. And she never did. And now it was her putting those people in check. And I loved every second of it.
Yeah, I'm glad that she's kind of pushing away those people who are supporting her. And the people who are real Caitlin Clark fans are going to stay Caitlin Clark fans. They aren't going to leave because of this. It's just simple. But yeah, man, it's upsetting to see people think that way. And on the other side, I know I know I should have no say in this, but like looking at the women playing basketball and the black women who are you know, peers of Caitlyn in the WNBA. I don't want to tell them that they have to empower or like support Caitlyn, because I mean that's their choice. You know, if they don't like her for other reasons, that's completely right. But I feel like Caitlyn is trying to do right, and has never like fed it, like you said, fed into the racism, into all of the shit that her fans were pushing. So
Fans, quote unquote. Fans, quote
fans,
unquote.
quote unquote. So I don't want to say like take it easy on her, because like,
Yeah.
you know, there's no reason to. Like she hasn't done anything to deserve anything, but at the same time it's like we shouldn't have so many people against
Divisiveness.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because I mean she's trying to do the right thing,
Yeah.
and she's living by her beliefs and just wanting to play basketball, wanting to be the best athlete that she can be while blocking out all the other nonsense. So
Yeah. But
I applaud her.
I do, but it goes back to the whole thing of like, what's the Spider-Man quote? With more power comes more responsibility.
With great power comes great responsibility.
And that's
Exactly.
that's the
And
role that Caitlyn is right now. And I just want to talk about the idiotic comment too. I know it's not too related to her like Time magazine post, but watching the Mystics owner basically say that, well, all of the WNBA should have got Person of the Year instead of Caitlyn. It's like, you dumbass. Caitlyn Clark is the single like, after LeBron and Steph, she's arguably the second biggest American sports star. Think about it, bro. Really think about it.
no,
You can't tell me anybody in the NFL, Pat Mahomes is bigger than Caitlyn Clark now. The WNBA has a generational superstar from a marketing perspective, from everything. The WNBA has it. They have a legit generational cash cow from everything on the court to off. And they continue to do stupid ass shit when it comes to her, not marketing her correctly. And this Washington Mystics owner just saying that idiotic comment, when I think there was a report, according to Cox sources, that whenever the Indiana Fever showed up, that attendance for that game, for those games, represented 31% of all the attendance that the Washington Mystics had all year. Again, Cox sources, I mean, might be completely lying, but I believe that she's box office, bro. And for them, again, this is switching a little different from her fans and that whole conversation of the MAGA and the right wing kind of sticking up for her when she should have been said something. But this is more so from the WNBA perspective and how they're handling. I really hope they do a better job of promoting her this second season and for years to come, because this first season was a shit show. It really was.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I will lend some, you know, credence to what the owner was saying, and I mean, it was again a lot of the things that we were saying, and a lot of the things that Caitlyn acknowledges, that she's in this position because of the white privilege that she has, and I mean, again, not only that, because of the work that she's put in, and there are a lot of athletes that maybe were as good as her and just didn't get promoted the same way. It's a problem with the league. They really need to find a way, when they have a generational athlete like this, they got to find ways to push them and make them better rather than pull them down and make them
It's
you know,
just
harder to
ego. It's
market
ego.
and
It's
stuff. It
ego,
is
bro. Like,
ego.
like,
It
like,
really
and
is.
why'd you have to say that? Now is the moment for Caitlyn. If you want to talk about her comments with regard to the LGBT community and Black women, yes, because I think that was a free cookie right there. When you talk about, well, the WNBA should be time person. Shut up, bro. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like,
She is
that's not
bringing eyes to the WNBA. You should
like
just thank, like, just
like
be
put
grateful
it
for it.
put it. Not even just that. Push that. Like, now's
Yeah.
not the time to do the ego thing. Gosh, they're fumbling that, man. They're fumbling that.
Well,
But
hopefully they don't continue to, man, because there's still some really talent. Like we talked about on the pod a couple weeks ago with Paige Beckers coming in. The WNBA is going to be
they're in their
more
golden era
exciting.
right now.
Yeah, they really are. Like, this is more exciting than, like, we are actually talking about women's basketball on the podcast. And I don't mean to say that like in any disrespect, but like, this was something that 10 years ago people would have joked about. But now we actually have storylines. A lot more people are watching. They're getting millions of viewers now. The WNBA is really becoming something big now, and we're starting to see the benefits of it for these athletes. And I hope it continues. the league and all of the people involved with it just really do need to just continue marketing better, getting these players the all of the shine and all of the fame that they deserve because they work hard. And Caitlin Clark is a great example of it. And
they have the biggest North American sports star after when LeBron leaves, and they're fucking fumbling it. They really fucking are.